There comes a time in watching anime where a battle for best girl takes place every season and the tournament for best girl leaves other waifus in trash where they belong. No, that's not right. Let's just start over. Rejected girls in anime are a thing now where the obvious best girl ends up losing where generic, yes, I said generic, other waifus in said show end up winning and being crowned quote-unquote best girl. This is a video dedicated to all the rejected girls that deserve more love that they couldn't get. Before diving into my philosophy of why true best girl never wins, we gotta look into what makes best girl best girl. There are two main categories, best girl according to your heart and best girl according to your dick. To fill the role for a true waifu, they must appeal to both categories. If they only appeal to one, be that as it may, but you won't find diamonds on Y85. Everyone always focuses on who wins, but they forget that there would never be winners without competition alongside them. Yes, I'm aware Shitoge won, that Rem was rejected, that one chick from Koi to Uso, hell, even domestic Nakanojo with vegetable waifu. Where am I going with this? The main goal for choosing best girl comes down to preference, and that yours is ultimately wrong. When poster quote-unquote best girl gets her crown made for the paper mache, the actual queen doesn't need to flaunt her state and have any titles attached to her. Some girls every season suffer from manga status effect, where batshit fucking crazy monkey brain manga readers will lose a nut if they don't mention what happens in the manga before the anime even shows it. It's a common guerrilla warfare tactic, using information foreign to some people watching an anime adaptation. Why does this matter? Well, using useless information comparing a source to a different one is, well, a small dick move. It spoils the show. It makes the waifu you support look like they have shit followers. You. Let's talk about 3 shows, because this video would be a documentary if I tried covering more. Nisekoi, ReZero, and Oregaru. Shitoge, Amelia, and spoiler warning for anime only, 3, 2, 1. Yukino are the crowned best girls that won from their respective shows. Amelia doesn't have the for sure win, but we can say that it's obvious that the Subaru only likes her. Sexually, like having babies and shit. Shitoge won from her series from her respective manga and people lost their minds, even being toxic towards anyone who wasn't Shitoge. If you like Marika, then that's fair, you deserve death. And lastly, Yukino had Hachiman confess in a strange way and she accepted back, so that happened. Rejected girls, the reason and point for this video. Rejected girls are loved by many and hated by the select few who oppose them. We can say for sure that there are a lot of cases where the rejected girl is actually the better choice. However, from my bachelor's degree in main character analysis, I've discovered that over 98% of male main characters inherit a special gene passed from their predecessors, the dense gene. This comes in many different forms, where sometimes it's subtle, while other times it's very strong, but most males in anime universe suffer from this. Symptoms include lack of correct judgment, forced opposition towards best girl, and most importantly, the harem effect, which means no matter how the person is, he will always get girls flocking to him. This is good and bad at the same time. Onodera, Rem, and Yui flock towards their love interest only to find the gene cause a lapse of correct judgment to lead them astray. But there's something special about rejected girls that I find appealing, aside from them being cute most of the time. It's a unique charm of supporting and ultimately not winning that draws me into them, like simping for VTubers. Oh, fuck. Okay, that hit too close to home. It seems no matter the hardships they go through, they're a strong character that puts up with more problems than any other girl will ever face. Onodera had this charm of wanting to be with Raku and did whatever her shy self could do to accomplish that, but her strongest issue was a gene causing her to already be behind due to Shitoge having to pretend to be in a relationship with him. Erase the situation, erase the locket scenario, and we have a good chance of seeing Onodera winning. I know some Shitoge fans will flinch at the idea, but it's their nature. Shit-to-gay. That doesn't make sense, never mind. Not as much sense as Onodera always supporting Raku, even in the sidelines through the harem world we refer to as Nisekoi. In a similar sense with my normie-liked brain, Rem from ReZero always supported Subaru, even to the point where she plans out a future in the what if you chose me scenario. Okay, I can see that in another perspective as being obsessed rather than loving, sure. For this video, let's just say Rem is still best. Love you too, Beatrice lovers. I respect y'all too. Amelia is the love interest that really doesn't do much besides exist to be existing and being chased by Subaru, while Rem is working hard on the sidelines, legit mentally, physically, and emotionally supporting him as well. I'm going off a memory from 4 years ago, but that's what I remember. Sorry, that was a Rem joke. Why is it that with all this work, this support, this anguish she goes through, her rejection was beautifully tragic to make me like her more? She changed, she accepted, she grieved, she moved on. She basically went and grew as a person from this whole thing. Amelia? I really don't know, honestly. Last one is Yukino from Oregaru, where Hachiman and her became canon, tied the knot, press the red button for kids, all that good stuff. It never said, I like you, let's go out. No, never mind. Yukino just did a big ball move for a person with no balls. Wadagoru is the toughest one for me because unlike the other two, I did like Yui and Yukino equally, and watching the third season was like watching a car about to crash. You know how it'll end, but you can't stop from watching. It made me tense, it made me feel, it made me go more towards Yui that she needs love as well. She puts on a facade to subtly get closer to Hachiman, knowing full well his feelings are stronger towards Yukino. Bittersweet first love for Yui that ended in defeat. Yui's rejection was early on, and what made her appealing to me was the push towards keeping the friendship alive, through the air of romance bouncing slightly off from each other like a pool ball on a pool table. Each thing it hits affects the other. Onodera's ongoing pursuit to get Raku to be with her in cute ways facing an overwhelming wall that would be hard to beat. Rem's growth from the rejection she really wanted, to Yui's heartache over a loss but pushing forward to keep their relations alive, is far stronger than any other girls in their own shows during their runtime, with the exception of ReZero because, hot damn, those witches, best girl according to my dick. Anime is growing, and so are we, and rejected girls will always be a thing every year because there would be no titled best girls without a rejection of girls that deserve more appreciation, more love, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. But in the end, never being the one like a waiter coming towards you with food so you flash a smile at them and they look at you and keep walking to the next table and you're left there in awkwardness. Rejected. Not being the one, not being fed, not getting that thick piece of meat. Whether you like popular girls, unpopular ones, or even trash cans. We're all in the same boat of liking fake girls do fake things that make us feel alive and what it seems escape reality. If you know what I mean, this year's a scene and I'm the real, read manga too, I'm in my feels, what can you do, looking for the truth, who she wants, it's never you, it could be me, a little sus, the world is flat, don't wear a mask, pie is live, thick thighs save lives, and yeah, your waifu shit. Until next time. Love.